Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Simone the Moon Goddess if you are new here. And this is a new segment. There's so many things that I want to talk to you guys about, and I thought I would kind of just shake it up a bit and change up things on the channel. So I thought I'd create a new segment. Let's talk about it. I'm not sure on the name yet, but let's go with that one for now, right? So in this first segment, we're going to speak about planetary hours. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I would have posted a thread on it a couple weeks ago. And if you're a patron, I posted a very short video about planetary hours, because in that moment, whatever I was doing, I discovered it was putting my life together, more or less. And then I just happened to check the planetary hours. It was Saturn hour, which was perfectly aligned with what I was doing. And in that moment, I got on, I just recorded a really short video and I posted it on Patreon. And I said that I would post a more detailed video about it. All right. So if you know about planetary hours, awesome. For those who are unaware, planetary hours are and I have my notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my trusty notes here. Planetary hours are based on an ancient system called the Chaldean Order of planets. All right, the Chaldean Order indicates, I got this from a website, indicates the relative orbital velocity of the planets. Now, just before I came on here, I found another definition or another part of that I want to share. And I will put all the references down below, so if you want to go check for yourself. All right, so I found this website and it said the Chaldean Order is really a hierarchy of the forces represented by celestial bodies. This order expresses itself in a timeline and is taken from the orbits of the 7 visible planets and their relative distance. Therefore, every one of the planets in its turn rules a stage in the linear process of time. So that's quite a mouthful. It is basically saying that each planet, just as how, if you're aware, every day is ruled by a planet, which is how we got the names. So Monday is ruled by the moon, Tuesday is ruled by Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Wednesday is Mercury Day, ruled by Mercury, right? Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is ruled by Venus, Saturday is ruled by Saturn, Sunday is ruled by the Sun. And we come back around again, all right? So it's basically saying that not only are the days ruled by planets, but the hours are ruled by planets. Okay, the hours are also ruled by the planets. The order of these planets starts with Saturn. So I think it goes with the one that takes the longest to move, the longest revolution, and it goes to the shortest. So it starts with it starts with Saturn and it ends the sequence with the moon. So it goes Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, and then it goes again. All right. The Chaldean Order is used to divide time, and each planetary hour is ruled by a specific planet. It is to be noted, this is a misnomer, because actually it's not an hour. Planetary hours actually are longer than 60 minutes. So just bear that in mind, all right? So what I want you to understand as well is that when it comes to planetary hours, a day doesn't begin at midnight, a day begins at sunrise. So a day runs from sunrise to sunrise. So let's use the moon. Today's Monday, so let's use the moon for example. Because planetary hours are location specific, you need to bear this in mind. So there's no chart that you will follow that will apply for each place. Planetary hours are location specific, and it goes with the sunrise, as you can understand. Every day would be different. Every day would start at a different time, because as we go through seasons, the sunrise, the sunset changes, right? So let's take today, like I mentioned, today is Monday. Today, if the sunrise was at 5:30, the first hour would start at 5:30, and it would be the moon hour. because today is ruled by the moon. So whichever planet is being ruled by that particular day, the first hour would correlate with that day, right? So Monday, first hour, first planetary hour would be moon hour. And there is a calculation for how you would manually know which hour it is, or how long the hour would run, right? There's a calculation. I'll put that in the description box below if you're interested in seeing it. But for the purposes of this video, just know that you can go online, type in planetary hours, calculator, and presto, you will know what the hour is for a specific time. There's this website that I use, it's called Lunarium. I'll post that link down below, and I love it. Also know that because it's calculations, sometimes different sites might have the times ever so slightly, like they slightly differ because of whole numbers and rounding off and all that. But it should they should generally match in some way, right? So a little bit of history. Planetary hours have been used with what's called horary astrology. I hope I pronounced that right. Horary astrology and electional astrology. Electional astrology. Literally, we have to understand that organizations, agencies, and the powers that be that run this realm use astrology. Nothing is random. Elections are chosen based on astrology. Businesses are launched based on astrology. Massive businesses, programs, music, you name it, they use astrology. And planetary hours is a part of that. The other ways that planetary hours can be used is in magic. When you are doing your rituals, your spells, you can, depending on what work you're doing, you can enhance that work by tapping into the energies of the planet that would correlate with the work you're doing. All right, so for instance, if you're doing a love ritual or some kind of love spell, for instance, you would use Venus, the Venus hour, and perhaps even Jupiter. You know, if you want to expand, you know, you can get quite creative with planetary hours. If it's a matter of communication, there's this important message you want to relay or send off an important email, or maybe you are a writer, you know, you could potentially connect or create or release your work during Mercury hour, or relay your message during Mercury hour, because that's all about, Mercury is all about communication, right? So planetary hours, there's such a beautiful way to further connect and further expand using nature. That's the whole point. We have all of these beautiful ways to enhance our energy, to enhance the things we do, to achieve success in what we put our hands to. Use the tools, right? The other ways that you can apply planetary hours to meditation, to prayer, like I said, launching a business, launching a project. You can get so creative with planetary hours. What I found interesting, what set me off wanting to share this video in the first place, was the fact that no matter when I decide to check planetary hours, it always has a way, there's always a correlation. There's always a correlation for me. Some people have said that when they've kept a journal, so whether it's over a course of a week or 2 weeks, however long, when they check back to certain events that stood out, certain significant events, or certain experiences that really stood out for them over that period of time that they were journaling. Again, those circumstances, situations, experiences correlated with the planets. You know, whether it's an argument happening during Mars hour, you know, or maybe somebody feeling a little emotional and it just happens to be during moon hour, you know. So you can check it for yourself. I've experienced it so many times, you know. It always works. There are people who launch their businesses during Jupiter hour and they find that they get more gains when they do so than when they just randomly choose a time to launch. Now, what I want you to understand is there are 24 planetary hours, okay, 12 from sunrise to sunset, and then 12 from sunset to sunrise. Now, for each planet throughout the day, you will have 4 planetary hours for that day. So again, let's use Monday as your example, the moon. So on Monday or moon day, there will be 4 moon hours. All right, roughly every 7 hours there will be a moon hour. Okay, so you can choose which moon hour. Let's say you want to, there's something connected to feminine energy, you know, feminine healing, connecting to feminine energy, yin energy, something divination, tapping into your intuition, maybe dream work, whatever it is. You can choose one of those 4 moon hours. If you want to connect to the moon 4 times in that day, you can do so. Whether it's, you know, doing a praying and meditation to connect to the moon, if you want to connect to the moon energy. So you pick whichever planet, whichever day. You can get creative. If it's not moon day, but you want to connect with the moon and it's Wednesday, right, Mercury day, you can choose moon hour within Mercury day. Maybe you want to get your prayers over more clearly, more expansive, maybe a prayer about money. Maybe you would choose Mercury hour within Jupiter day. You know, so there's so many different ways that you can get creative with this. So what I found was a fun thing to do. I checked my day of birth, the day I was born, and I'm a moon child. I was born on a Monday, but I was born during Jupiter hour, and I found that fascinating. So that's something fun that you can look at to see, because I feel like, of course, that will reflect on you in some way. Energy is energy, right? So in some way, Jupiter energy, I'm shrouded in Jupiter energy because I was born during Jupiter hour. And maybe in me connecting to Jupiter or heal my energies connected to Jupiter. However, Jupiter could be a massive part of my life, or is a massive part of my life. So that's something you can look at for yourself. So that's what I have for planetary hours now. I don't want this video to be too long. I don't want to go. There's so much information. But let me know if y'all feeling the vibe of this. Like, have you guys used planetary hours? Does it sound interesting to you? And if you have used planetary hours or are familiar with them, what are your experiences with planetary hours? Like, drop a comment down below. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. All right. So my loves, that is your first Let's Talk About It. If y'all have any suggestions for what I should call this segment, drop a comment below and let me know. And yeah, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. All right, my loves. So until next video, bye.